thing. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will solve mainly two problems. Actually, they are same problem, but in different notation. So we will try to solve it, and then you can see how we can use postulates. And after then, from tomorrow's class, we will just go for analysis of different type of system. So mainly use of Schrodinger wave equation, we will just see into next class. But before that, if you have any doubt, you can just ask me. Everyone is comfortable into postulates? Especially I am asking to the JAM people, and who is going to give examination in 23. They should surely ask each and every doubt. The people who is giving the 24 can have another opportunity to learn all this thing. But we should focus on those people whose exam is just near into the next month. Okay. Okay. So your silence just tell me that everything is okay. So let's try to go for one problem, and then we will try to analyze and we will try to revise each and every postulates. Okay. So I am deliberately framing this particular question, and I will just try to solve this question with help of two different notation. Okay. So let's try to go for this. So there is a Hamiltonian, and Hamiltonian is defined as phi plus is equal to E naught phi plus, and you can have some kit phi plus. This is just a notation, so we can give this sort of notation. You can write phi 1, phi 2, phi plus, phi minus, depends on situation. And another kit is phi minus, and that value is minus E naught phi minus. So what is meaning of that? Meaning of that, E naught and minus E naught is the eigenvalue of Hamiltonian, and phi plus and phi minus is the orthonormal eigenstate. So phi plus and phi minus is orthonormal eigenstate. So we have to calculate a lot of things. So we can make so we have some state at psi t is equal to 0, and this state is basically phi plus phi minus. So this is my state, phi plus and phi minus. This is two state system. You can just assume. So your particle will be either into phi plus state or in phi minus state. So first question is, if H will measured on state psi 0, what will measurement with what probability? Second question is, write down expression of psi t. Third question is, find the average value of H on psi t. Find the average value of H on psi t. The fourth question is that after what time t psi t is orthogonal is basically orthogonal to psi 0. Next question is that after what time t mod psi t square is equal to mod psi 0 square, mod psi t square is equal to mod psi 0 square. And the last question is very interesting. I am using this space. What will be probability? What will probability that psi t will in psi 0 state? What will be probability such that psi t will be in psi 0 state? This is very interesting. So this is just exam type question. Every question can come into your exam. Don't worry. So I hope everybody can understand problem, है ना? Because I have to remove all this thing and we have to solve it. यहाँ तक clear है everyone?
सर वो फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन में साई ऑफ टी mod psi of t the whole square is
Mod psi
equal
t
to
square is equal to mod psi 0 square. Okay.
okay sir.
Okay. So something like this. Okay. Now it's okay. Chalo.
Yes sir.
Okay. So we will try to solve this problem each and every step, and you can see your question will be around all these. इसी तरह से आपके questions रहेंगे always. So let's try to go for this. So what we have psi phi h phi plus is equal to E naught phi plus and h phi minus is equal to minus E naught phi minus. And what is our state at t is equal to 0? The state at t is equal to 0 is nothing but the superposition of phi plus phi minus. And it is also given that phi plus and phi minus is the orthonormal state. So what will happen if you will measure on this state? What will be measurement? Eigenvalue corresponds to E plus or eigenvalue corresponds to eigenvalue corresponds to phi plus or eigenvalue corresponds to phi minus. So what will be measurement?
E0 or minus.
The measurement will either E naught or minus E naught. This can be your measurement. Your measurement will be either E naught or minus E naught. This will be your measurement. Okay. And what will be probability of measurement of E naught? What will be probability of measurement of E naught? So that should we go for phi plus psi mod psi square psi and psi. So what is this value? Can anybody tell me? What will happen? Phi plus phi plus. So you have phi plus is equal to 1. You have phi minus is equal to 1. You have phi plus phi minus is equal to 0. So they are written in an orthonormal basis. So if someone is telling you that they are written in an orthonormal basis, then obviously you have to find this thing. So what will be this particular value? What you will get?
1/2.
1/2 is the answer. Very good. Now similarly, probability of minus E naught is what? You have to just go for phi minus psi mod psi square psi and psi. Again, what you will get? 1/2.
1/2.
Okay, so there are 50% probability that your energy can be plus E naught and 50% probability that your energy can be minus E naught. So you can juggle with this thing. So this is straightforward. Now next question is very interesting. And what is the next question? Now, if I am trying to find psi at t is equal to t, then what will be psi t? So that should be pi plus e to the power minus I e naught t upon h cat plus pi minus e to the power minus I minus e naught t upon h cat. So this is just a time evolution of a state after time t, and you can see this phase factor will come into picture. Now can anybody can tell me, is that this psi t is the stationary state or not? अगर आपसे अभी इस समय कोई पूछे, is that this psi t is stationary state or not? Just tell me yes or no.
It is a stationary state.
It will be a stationary state.
Yes.
No,
sir.
it is not a stationary state. So what is condition for the stationary state? First, mod psi t square must be equal to mod psi 0 square. This is the first condition. And you can also check whether this state is an eigenstate of Hamiltonian or not. So is that this state is eigenstate of Hamiltonian?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. What will happen when you will apply H here? You will get E naught here and minus E naught here. If you will take E naught outside, if you will take E naught common, then phi plus minus phi minus. So this is not a stationary state. Just look at here. H psi is written as H phi plus H phi minus. So H phi plus is equal to E naught phi plus and plus H phi minus is minus E naught phi minus. And you can take E naught common. What you will get? You will get phi plus minus phi minus. So yes, this is not a same state psi. This is some another state. Because if your coefficient is going to change, then obviously you have new vector. So this psi is not a stationary state. The another way you can also check that mod psi t square is equal to not equal to mod psi 0 square. Are you getting my point? So this is not a stationary state. Okay, so that is different issue, because in your exam they are always asking about the stationary state. So you have to check whether your function or whether your vector is a stationary state or not. Okay. Anyway, now what will be next question? Next question is that you have to find. हाँ बताइए.
सर हैमिल्टोनियन की आइगन स्टेट यदि हो तो वो स्टेशनरी स्टेट है, वो तो क्लियर है.
Yes.
बट सर वो जो दो
Yes.
कंडीशंस आपने बताई थी एट साई इज इक्वल टू 0 और t मॉड साई स्क्वायर वाली, वो कंपलसरी है सेटिस्फाइड होना?
बिल्कुल कंपलसरी है, बिल्कुल कंपलसरी है. ठीक है, वो बिल्कुल कंपलसरी है. एक्चुअली वही मेन थिंग है. आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? तो उसकी एक प्रॉपर्टी ये भी हो जाती है कि वो हैमिल्टोनियन का आइगन स्टेट हो जाता है. आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो जो हैमिल्टोनियन का आइगन स्टेट होगा वो बिल्कुल ही उस तरह से बिहेव करेगा, है ना? सो बोथ आर जस्ट saying the same thing in another way. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So what will be next problem? Next question. Next question is that we have to calculate average value of Hamiltonian. So now what will be average value of Hamiltonian? At psi t. Average value of Hamiltonian at psi t. So we can easily calculate what will be again measurement at psi t. What will be measurement? बताइए. Anyone can tell me if we are going to measure h on psi t, what can be measurement here?
E naught e to the power minus
E naught No, only E naught. This is just a number. This will just act like a C1 and C2. So this is E naught. And what is eigen? Listen, again you are confusing. What is postulates 2? Postulates 2 is just telling you whether when you are going to measure on any state psi, the measurement is eigenvalue. So what is eigenvalue here? Look at here. The eigenvalue is E naught and minus E naught. So at any time, if you are going to measure the operator on any state psi, you will always get what? Either E naught or minus E naught. So what will be measurement? The measurement will be E naught. And what will be probability of getting E naught? Again, you will get pi plus psi t right now, mod psi square psi t psi t. So what is this value? So you can see this value is e to the power minus I t mod square, because only plus will survive, minus will 0, by e to the power minus I e naught t upon h cat mod square e to the power I e naught t upon h cat mod square. So what you will get? क्या है ये? What is this value?
2.
1 by 2, isn't it?
Yes,
So
sir.
this value is nothing but 1 by 2. And another probability of getting minus E naught will again what you will get? You will get
1 by
5
2.
minus psi t mod square psi t and psi t, and that value again you will get 1 by 2. So what you have learned? You have learned that if you are talking about the energy, the probability of measurement of eigenvalue at t is equal to 0 and t is equal to t is always same. So obviously, what should be the average value right now? Can we write average value E H? So which formula we can use? Discrete or continuous formula?
Discrete.
Discrete वाले formula use कर सकते हो. So you can easily go for n En, probability of measurement of En. What will be first energy eigenvalue? E naught, and what is probability? Half plus another is what? Minus E naught, and you can get half, you will get 0. So your average value of H is nothing but 0. If you want, you can also calculate average value of H square. Can anyone calculate average value of H square? What will be this value? E naught square. So you can write formula, that is your En square and probability of measurement of En, and this value is equal to E naught square into 1 by 2 minus E naught square into 1 by 2. So what is this value? क्या होगा ये?
E naught square.
E naught square. So can we calculate delta H also?
Yes, sir.
What will be delta H? And this delta H is nothing but delta E. Okay.
E naught.
What is this value? So that value is average value of H square minus average value of H whole square, and you will get E naught. Okay. So delta E is equal to, so we have delta E, and that value is nothing but E naught. Okay. Up to that, everyone is comfortable? ठीक है? हाँ या ना?
हाँ सर.
Okay. So we have to calculate each and everything, है ना? हर एक चीज को हम easily calculate कर पाएंगे. And now you can see how easy is now quantum mechanics, है ना? आपको अगर postulates clear है, basic mathematics quantum mechanics clear है, then you can easily solve each and every problem. Now what will be next one? Next question क्या था?
After what time t
What time
psi
t?
of t is orthogonal to psi of 0?
Exact. After what time t, psi t is orthogonal to psi 0. Okay. So let's try to go for this. Now, at time t is equal to t, I can write my psi t is equal to 5 plus e to the power minus I e naught t upon h cut plus 5 minus e to the power minus I, and this will be plus I can write, that will be e naught t upon h cut. So now, what will be, after what time t, psi t is orthogonal to psi 0. So I can write psi 0, psi t must be equal to what? 0. This is the condition for orthogonal, isn't it? And now, when we are going for this thing, this is nothing but the scalar product, isn't it? So what thing will going to survive? So can we have e to the, so you have basically which quantity? 5 plus 5 plus. That will be e to the power minus I e naught t upon h cut plus this into this e to the power minus I e naught t upon h cut, isn't it? Minus minus plus must be equal to 0. So can I write this thing as cos formula? लिख सकते क्या?
Yes, sir.
So this thing is nothing but cos. So you can just divide by 2, multiply by 2. So this is cos e naught t upon h cut must be equal to 0. And from here, you can easily calculate what should be value of e naught t upon h cut must be equal to what? क्या होगा value?
2n plus 1.
Pi by 2. है ना?
Yes, sir.
So what will be
Yes, sir.
answer? So answer will be pi h cut upon 2 e naught. So after this time, your psi t is orthogonal to psi 0. And now you can easily use formula also. मैंने formula भी लिखाया था ना? आप अपनी कॉपी को जाकर के चेक करो. What is t after this time? Your cos, you have h cut by
En minus
en minus em cos inverse minus cn square upon cm square. Everyone remember this formula?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now just tell me what is en, and you have to take the mod square always. Okay. What is this value of h cut? What is en? You can assume e naught is your en. Minus em is nothing but minus e
Minus E
naught.
naught.
Okay. Cos inverse. What is your cn square?
1.
Not square.
What is your cn square?
E naught.
Cn
One
square.
One
What
by
is your
root
cn
two.
square?
One.
1.
1.
1. So this is 1. What is your cm square?
1.
1. So that value is equal to, you can have h cut upon 2 e naught cos inverse minus 1. So you will get exactly pi h cut upon 2 e naught. Everyone is comfortable? Same answer. Here we are using the first principle, and here I am using the concept, that formula. And if you remember this formula, you can easily use this thing. But you have to always make sure that that should be not greater than 1. It should be always less than 1. Because due to this fact, है ना? So you can easily use this one. So this will be your, after this time, your psi t is orthogonal to this one. So because your psi will be changing, the phase is going to change without changing the amplitude. So your phase is going to change. And after this much of time, you will exactly orthogonal to psi 0. Now let's try to go for next question. What is the next question? So next question is, what will be mod psi 0? What will be after what time t mod psi t square is equal to mod psi 0 square. So can anybody tell me what should be your mod psi 0 square? क्या होगा बता सकते हो यहां पर? Anyone? करवा रखा है. What will be mod psi 0 square? बताइए. So you will just go for 5 plus mod square plus 5 minus mod square and 2 times real part of Cn star Cm. So that will be 1 into cos. You remember all this thing? क्या बिना पढ़े हुए मत आया करो क्लास में. You remember what will be psi 0? कैसे लिखेंगे?
Yes, sir.
बताओ कैसे लिखेंगे, बताओ. What is formula? मैंने इसलिए आपको 2 दिन का टाइम भी दिया था कि एवरीथिंग यू हैव टू रिवाइज.
mod 5m square
तो
plus
यहाँ पर
mod
n की जगह पर
5m
5 प्लस कर देते हैं. तो
yes
mod
sir,
psi 0 square is what? 5 plus square
plus 5
plus
minus
5 plus square plus 2 time real
time
part
real
of
part
Cn
plus
star. What is Cn star? 1. 2 time real part of, so Cn star is 1, Cm star is 1. And what you will get? 5 plus star, 5 minus star. Okay. Now, what will be psi t 0? बताइए.
Mod psi plus star
Very good.
plus
Plus
mod psi
5 minus
minus
square.
star
Very good.
plus
Next.
2
real
real
part of
part of
So real part is, so you can just take 5 plus 5 minus रहने दो. So you will take 5 plus a star, 5 minus. Okay. After then,
cos of
cos
E2 minus E1 है ना?
is
So you can put
minus
E
one.
naught minus E naught.
t by h
ठीक है.
T by
E upon H cut. ठीक है. So what is your question? After what time t mod psi t square is equal to mod psi square? I mean this is equivalent to this one. When this is going to equivalent to this one?
equal cos
When
equal
this
to 1
term is going to either 0 or 2 pi, isn't it? So this
Yes,
phase
sir.
part must be multiple of 2 pi, isn't it?
yes sir.
So what you will get? So 2 E naught upon H cut into T is equal to 2 pi and T is equal to, you will get pi H cut upon 2. 2
E
E naught,
naught.
है ना?
yes sir
same time आ गया
हाँ? 2 is also not there. 2 तो cancel हो गया. So pi H cut upon E naught. This is your pi H cut upon E naught. And we also tell this thing is nothing but equivalent to what? Uncertainty into time. Minimum uncertainty into time. बताया था ना?
yes sir
बताया था क्लास के अंदर?
yes sir
That should be nothing but minimum uncertainty in a time. So this is your delta t. Now you can calculate what will be your delta E into delta t. So what will be your delta E? Is E naught. What is your delta t? Pi H cut upon E naught. Isn't it?
sir minimum should
Uh-huh.
be 2 pi h cut, right?
Minimum should be?
In the uncertainty in measurement should be 2 pi h cut, right? Delta t.
This is your delta t.
Oh, okay,
This is
sir.
you calculated this delta t. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So this is
Actually,
your delta t.
yes, sir. I wrote 2 pi h cut by en minus e naught. So I'll just correct it.
So I am correct or you are correct?
I don't know, sir. In my notes, I've written 2 pi h cut. So yeah, I'll
So
correct it.
So it is 2 pi h cut upon En minus Em, but En minus Em is 2 E naught. So 2 and 2 are cancelled. pi h upon E naught is correct.
Yes, yes.
Pi
Correct.
h cut
Yeah,
upon E naught is correct.
yeah, right.
Exactly.
Got it.
Okay. So you will get E naught is there, and you have pi into h upon 2 pi, isn't it?
So delta E is 2 E dot
Where is real problem?
delta E.
So we have delta calculated this delta E naught. That is uncertainty into energy.
Yes, sir, yes.
We have calculated this thing, na? With this formula. So
Delta
please
H
remember
by
all the
delta.
formula, है ना? Otherwise बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगी. E square minus E whole square. अभी किया ना? Or you can
Yes,
write this
yes,
thing
sir.
also something like this: h square minus h whole square. Everything is same thing. Are you getting my point? So here, what you will get? You will get something h by 2. Okay, so this is your minimum uncertainty. Okay, into this particular problem. Minimum, and what is your Heisenberg uncertainty principle? What is your
Del T is always greater equal h to
delta E into delta T must be always greater than
h by 2.
h by 2 or h cut by 2?
H
That
cut
will
by
be
2.
h cut by 2. Okay, and h cut by 2 is basically h upon 4 pi. So this is greater than h upon 4 pi, isn't it? Are people going to understand my thing?
Yes, sir.
Concept समझ में आ रहा है? What is Heisenberg uncertainty principle? Heisenberg uncertainty principle is saying that your uncertainty into energy into uncertainty into time must be greater than h cut by 2. Okay? And what is h cut by 2? Is nothing but what? H by 4 pi. And what is your uncertainty? What is your actual uncertainty? If you are going to calculate your uncertainty, that is h by 2. So h by 2 is greater than h by 4 pi, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So you are correct or wrong?
You are correct, sir.
Correct. You are correct. Suppose someone will get answer h upon 8 pi. So that is not possible. Your uncertainty will be always greater than h cut by 2. Always. That is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. That is inequalities. They are not equation. So is that this number is fitting into that inequality or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is fitting into that inequality. So whenever anybody will ask you, find the minimum uncertainty, you have to use this particular concept and you can find what will be minimum uncertainty. Okay. So now, next question is very scientific, very scientific. Up to यहाँ तक समझ में आ गया ना? Everything? Now, next question is that what will be probability such that psi t will be in a state of psi 0? What will be probability that psi t will be in a state of psi 0? Now, what is meaning of that? अगर मैं ये लिख रहा हूं, if I am writing pi plus psi mod psi square psi and psi, अगर मैं ये लिख रहा हूं, what is meaning of that?
Probability of phi plus in the state psi.
In the state psi. Okay. So what is meaning of that? Probability of pi plus in state psi. Okay. Now I have to calculate probability of psi t in state psi 0. So how should this formula is going to change? बताओ, देख करके बताओ. 5 plus के जगह पर क्या आएगा?
Psi t.
Psi t.
Psi t. Very good. वेरी गुड। और साई की जगह पर क्या आएगा?
Size 0.
Size 0.
साइज 0। मॉड स्क्वायर यहां क्या आएगा?
Size 0.
Size
Size
0.
0.
जरा आप कैलकुलेट करो, देखो क्या आंसर आ रहा है। जस्ट कैलकुलेट इट एंड गिव मी आंसर। कुछ गलती होगी, इसी कारण मैं आपको यह भी कैलकुलेट करने दे रहा हूं। फटाफट कैलकुलेट करके देखो क्या आ रहा है। और यहां पर फिर टिक करके लिखोगे, है ना? पहले गलती करो फिर आगे बढ़ेंगे। Just take your time and calculate properly. Anyone? Psi t, psi 0. What you will get?
0.
Huh?
0.
Huh? Psi t, psi 0, you are getting 0.
They are
My
also
goodness.
0, sir.
Huh?
No, sir, no.
2
No
What you
zero,
will
sir.
get? What you will get?
2 cos E naught T upon H cut.
Okay,
cos
good, good. So what
Yeah.
getting? 2 cos E naught T upon H cut. Okay?
Mod
And
square.
how?
Mod square. Very good. Something like this. Are you getting this? Something like this?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Now look at here. Just analyze this thing. So this is 4 cos square E naught T upon H cut. Yes? And this is varying with the time. Don't worry. So that is okay. But thing is that when this number is 1, you are getting 4. So probability will be more than 1. How you can get it?
Sir. Sir.
कहां हमने गलती की है?
Sir.
सर हम लोगों ने नॉर्मलाइज नहीं किया था इसलिए सर।
किसको नॉर्मलाइज नहीं किया था?
Psi t को।
साई टी को, बिकॉज साई नॉट का नॉर्मलाइजेशन का कंट्रीब्यूशन यहां हो जा रहा है। आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? लेकिन
सर।
साई 2 को हमने नॉर्मलाइज नहीं किया था, इसी कारण आपका एब्सर्ड आंसर आ रहा है। सो फर्स्ट व्हाट यू विल डू, यू विल जस्ट नॉर्मलाइज
क्या?
साई टी। सो ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड
सर मिटाइएगा
दैट दिस
मत।
वेक्टर मस्ट बी नॉर्मलाइज। और ये वेक्टर जैसे ही नॉर्मलाइज करोगे, सो यू हैव टू जस्ट नॉर्मलाइज इट। सो व्हाट यू विल गेट हियर? 1/√2. You will get 1/√2. Similarly, you will get 1/√2. You will get 1/√2. So what will happen? You will get 2 here also, and this will cancel out, and you are getting this particular thing, isn't it?
Sir.
Hmm.
Sir, cos E naught by H cut भी नहीं आता।
हाँ? क्यों नहीं आ सकता
Yes,
cos
sir.
E naught by H cut? जरा
Zero
इसके पीछे
आ रहा है,
लॉजिक तो
sir.
देखो मैं। हाँ?
0 आ रहा है।
जीरो प्रोबेबिलिटी नहीं, और जब ऑर्थोगोनल होगा साई टी और साई 0,
हाँ,
तो
sir,
जीरो
वही
प्रोबेबिलिटी तो होनी चाहिए।
0 ही आने वाला था
सर
calculation।
0 ही आ रहा है सर, मेरा तो ये भी नहीं आया mod 2 cos E
तो
naught
नहीं
H
आ रहा है
sir.
तो उसके पीछे कैलकुलेशन की गड़बड़ी है। आप कैलकुलेशन को तो ठीक से कर लो, मैथमेटिक्स तो ठीक कर लो। साई टी और साई 0 को मल्टीप्लाई कीजिए, जस्ट टेक इट। व्हाट यू विल गेट? e टू द पावर माइनस आई E naught T upon H cut. हाफ इंटू हाफ इज रूट अंडर हाफ इज हाफ, प्लस e टू द पावर माइनस आई प्लस E naught T upon H cut. आर यू गेटिंग दिस वन? इसका मॉड स्क्वायर होगा या नहीं होगा? एंड व्हाट इज दिस वैल्यू?
cos E naught T H cut।
कॉस का फॉर्म, कॉस का वैल्यू होगी, और क्या होगा? इजंट इट?
सर।
हाँ
यस सर।
भैया, गणित तो अच्छे से करोगे।
सर वो साई टी और साई 0 ऑर्थोनॉर्मल समझ के उसको 0 पुट कर दिया।
मैंने भी यही किया था।
एक एक थप्पड़ मारो अपने आप को, है ना,
यस सर।
मन में। ओके ओके, सो यू विल गेट दिस आंसर। आर गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? अब आप जरा चेक करो, जो आपको टाइम ऑर्थोगोनल के लिए मिला था वहां इसको जरा पुट करो तो क्या आ रहा है? साइट इज ऑर्थोगोनल टू साइड 0। जरा चेक करो आपका जो आंसर है उसको जरा चेक करो, व्हाट यू आर गेटिंग हियर। आफ्टर दैट टाइम योर साइट इज ऑर्थोगोनल टू साइड 0। जरा चेक करो क्या आ रहा है वो। अभी क्वेश्चन किया था ना, योर साइट इज ऑर्थोगोनल टू साइड 0। जस्ट पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ t हियर, व्हाट यू विल गेट? 0 होना चाहिए। जब दोनों ऑर्थोगोनल है तो एक का दूसरे में होने की कोई प्रोबेबिलिटी हो ही नहीं सकती है। एंड इफ यू आर गोइंग टू प्लॉट प्रोबेबिलिटी वर्सेस टाइम, कैसा आएगा आपका? इफ यू आर गोइंग टू प्लॉट प्रोबेबिलिटी वर्सेस टाइम, देन यू हैव समथिंग लाइक दिस। ये पहली बार 0 होगा। सो व्हाट इज दिस पॉइंट जो आपने निकाला था? कौन सा पॉइंट होगा ये? दैट इज
सर 0।
t का क्या वैल्यू है?
पाई एच का
IH
अपन
क्रॉस
टू
अपॉन
h कट अपॉन 2e0, है ना? अब ये जरा देखो, जिस पॉइंट पर साई t की वैल्यू मॉड साई t की वैल्यू मॉड साई 0 हुआ था, वो कौन सा पॉइंट है? जस्ट चेक इट। उस वो वाला टाइम यहां पुट करो। जस्ट लुक एट हियर, पुट दैट वैल्यू हियर।
h कट बाई नो।
h कट बाई e नॉट आया था, आ रहा है वो वैल्यू, पाई भी होगा उसके साथ।
यस सर, पाई भी है।
just calculate it when your mod psi t square is equal to mod psi 0 square, उस समय क्या आ रहा है जरा देखो। इसकी वैल्यू 1 आ रही है, जस्ट चेक इट।
Yes, sir.
यस,
Yes.
1 आ रहा है ये। means at that time your psi t and psi 0 will be in the same state, तभी तो 1 आएगा, है ना?
यस
so everything can be discussed here। so आप इस सिंपल इस प्रॉब्लम से हर चीज को देख रहे हो,
जीरो
एवरीथिंग
है।
यू कैन डिस्कस। कैलकुलेशन आप ठीक नहीं कर पा रहे हो। अभी डेल्टा टी निकाला था, क्या निकाला था जरा देखो तो। व्हाट इज योर डेल्टा टी?
पाई h कट बाई e नॉट।
पाई h कट अपॉन
e नॉट।
e नॉट। सो पुट इट दिस वैल्यू, cos स्क्वायर e नॉट पाई h कट upon e naught cancel, and h cut is also there, h cut cancel, cos square pi, what you will get? 1, isn't it? So what is meaning of that? You have 100% probability that your psi t will be in the psi 0 state, isn't it?
यस सर
So if someone will ask you what after what time t psi t will be in the psi 0 state, that means this thing, isn't it?
यस
And when you are getting psi t will be orthogonal to psi 0, that means you are at this point, and this value is equal to pi h cut by e naught. Okay, pi h cut by e naught, and this thing is again going to repeat again and again and again. You can also calculate what will be probability after what time t that the probability of getting psi t into psi 0 is half. Can we calculate this thing? So this value have to be equal to what? Half, isn't it?
हाँ यस सर
है ना? So you can easily calculate, and you can see this is beautiful plot you can have. So everyone is comfortable right now? How we can use postulates?
सर आपने लास्ट में क्या बोला था? 9 एक बार रिपीट कर देंगे लास्ट क्वेश्चन।
मैंने अभी जो कहा कि आपसे ये भी तो क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है, आफ्टर व्हाट टाइम t the site after what time the probability of getting psi t in a psi 0 state is half? पूछा जा सकता है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
So how you will solve? You can just equate this thing with what? Half, है ना?
Yes, sir.
So you can easily calculate that particular time. So, but 2 and 3 thing are very interesting. That when you are parallel, when you are in anti-parallel, when they are orthogonal, the state psi t will be in the psi 0 state, and that probability will be 0. You can see this one. Okay. So now I am giving you one homework. So just try to do this homework. Okay. And just try to do this thing. And the same problem you have. You have exactly same problem. So, but you have to give me answer. So we have Hamiltonian. Everything is okay? The Hamiltonian is E naught 0 0 minus E naught. The state psi at t is equal to 0 is given as 1 1. Okay? The state psi t is equal to 0 is given as 1 1. You have to calculate what will be probability. What will probability such that psi t in psi 0 state. Okay, so this is your homework. Just try to do this thing. What will be probability such that psi t in what? Psi 0 state. So this is expression of what? ये किस चीज का expression है? Psi at t is equal to 0.
That is 0.
So first you have to write how you will write the state psi after time t, and then you can use all the postulates जैसे भी आप use कर. Just try to do this thing. I will just solve this problem into next class because we have already crossed the time limit. So, but I think you have to just try this question first. Okay, so just do this thing as a homework, and tomorrow it will take just 5 to 7 minutes to solve to me. Tomorrow first we will solve this problem, and then we will go for a first system, that is free particle. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.